I remember my first video. It was cringy and full of angst. Hey, it's Zadie, welcome to Flytte Kartina. So I got to watch Ant-Man and the Wasp this last weekend, and it was really fun, actually. It was just a fun experience to see it. However, this follows the Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom style of things, where the sequel is basically just a filler episode from an anime. If you watch anime, you don't need to listen to this explanation, but if you don't watch anime, filler episodes are kind of like that fun, lively episode that no one really wants, but you actually get instead of actual character development. Okay, I'm just gonna head into this straight on and start with Paul Rudd. So as I said in my non-spoiler review, Paul Rudd actually wrote the script for this. I liked it because it was fun and had all of his like normal humor, but he wasn't doing any of the humor, so it was kind of like, oh, okay, this is different, new. But the reason I started with Paul Rudd because I wanted to just give him all the accolades because of his amazing performance that he did. He impersonated Michelle Pfeiffer, who is an amazing actress, and he impersonated her so well, and like seeing all the other characters' reactions to him doing it made it so much better, but him alone, that performance was so convincing and he did such a good job. Like even his stance, he was standing just for like a little short segment of the scene. He was just standing and holding the other two characters' hands, and just his stance had changed, his voice, his gestures, the way that his face softened a little bit more or something like that. Everything, down to the very micro expression, was amazing, phenomenal. It was great. Thank you, Paul Rudd, for that amazing experience that you gave to me, and you were such a good actor. However, there were some things that I did not like about his character. He was the brunt of every joke. I mean, he was basically that lame, weird guy who just kind of was there for the sake of comedic experience. What happened to all of his intelligence that we saw in Ant-Man? Cause he's smart. It's like how Bruce Banner went from Avengers smart scientist to Ragnarok wimpy non-Hulk. I wasn't that happy with how they like made his character seem really dumb or like just not very useful. But one of the highlights of the characters in these films was the father and daughter relationship between Scott Lang and Cassie Lang. The two of them play off each other and, you know, have the same kind of humor, so you're like, oh yeah, they're definitely related. Going back to Michelle Pfeiffer, because let's be honest, she's an amazing woman and beautiful, but there's this problem that I have with her character, Janet. Janet doesn't explain what she's doing in the quantum realm. We're just supposed to accept the fact that she's from the quantum realm and she's got these magic healing powers that are just kind of like flower, gleam, and glow, E.T. sort of thing, where you're just kind of like, share the energies, I guess? The whole plot of the film is to rescue Janet, which they do in this film, but I feel like we would have more interactions with Janet in this film rather than just the one that we get with Scott Lang, which was, as I said, amazing. It's that kind of thing where like, okay, Michelle Pfeiffer's in this movie because she's on the poster, and you know she's gonna survive this because she's on the poster. So why would they put her on the poster if she's dead, like, or not saved in the quantum realm? So I think that, like, if you wanted to make Michelle Pfeiffer this big thing, then you should maybe have a little bit more screen time with her, at least after the fact. But how do you explain her new clothes and makeup? Magic? Can I go onto a tangent about Janet's character? I'm doing it anyway. I'm gonna do it anyway. Everybody's asking the question on how she aged on a normal, regular rate when she's in a quantum realm where the space-time continuum doesn't actually follow the rules of the space-time continuum. She says something along the lines of adaptation, evolution, and science, and blah 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 blah. But I was thinking about it, and what if she did adapt to the world of the quantum realm, but retained the rules of regular old Earth? You're kind of in the mode where you're just kind of like bending the rules ever so slightly so that you can survive in them while still following your own. After saying it out loud, it doesn't actually make any sense, but let's move on. This movie was a comedy in essence. It was meant to make us laugh and have a good time and entertain ourselves. It really just plays on your humor and relies on the fact that you just watched a devastatingly horrible movie that basically deleted half of the Marvel universe. Villains. Let's talk about Marvel villains, okay? There have been a lot of bad villains and a few good villains actually in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Killmonger was good and Thanos was phenomenal, but Ghost was not in the category of Killmonger and Thanos. As a character and an actor, I was convinced of her motive and stuff, and like I was like, she's really good at playing this part. I like it. I love her eyes. Seriously, have you seen her eyes? I think she did a good job acting, but the circumstances of where her motive was didn't fit correctly, and it just kind of made her just one of those generic you know, blank slated villains. I think that she could have done better in the S.H.I.E.L.D. environment that she was in originally. Like, if she went on this, like, you know, if she played the same plot while she was still in S.H.I.E.L.D., it probably would have worked out better. Last but not least, we're gonna talk about the end credit scenes. The first end credit scene was amazing. I was just so wrapped up in the actual movie and the entertaining parts of it that I totally forgot about Infinity War entirely, which was probably part of the plan to do. But when they, like, you know, the ashes fell and I was like, oh. It's a painful reminder that Thanos did indeed kill half of all the universe. But then it leaves you with this thing like, what about Scott? What about Ant-Man? What happened to him? Really good end credit scene. The second end credit scene was weak. I just have to say that out loud. It was in the trailers and it's not like anything we hadn't seen before, and it's just kind of rude and like they're mocking us. They're just like, oh, you wanted a second one? Too bad, because half the Marvel universe is dead. Okay, those are my spoiler thoughts on Ant-Man and the Wasp. Question of the week is, if you could glam it up in the quantum realm, would you risk going there? Let me know in the comments down below. Please, I want you to answer my questions. I'm trying. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great random Thursday. I will see you guys on the other side of the screen as soon as I go rescue Scott Lang from the quantum realm. Bye!